Hey everybody, welcome back. Kovac here, and for this one I'll be going over what I believe to be the top 10 pets that you will definitely want to bring with you if you are able to into Dragonflight, the next expansion, as it is right around the corner. Obviously with the new expansion there's going to be a crap ton of new pets, a lot of dragons obviously because, Dragonflight, so obviously it makes sense to have a whole bunch of dragons, as well as the balance changes that will inevitably come because Blizzard is dumb and only does balance changes once at the end of each expansion, which is, like I said, pretty dumb, but they do it. So yeah, so we'll wait and see about that. But like I said, I've seen a whole bunch of different pets that are coming, mostly Dragonkin. So in one way or another, these pets do fantastic not only in this meta, but I foresee to also do very, very well in the next one as well. So yeah, now before we hop into this, I just want to let everybody know that all 10 of these pets are tier 1 pets, and this is all, my opinion, of course. So if you have your own sort of, top 10 list or pets that you think would do very well or fantastic in the next, pet battle meta, be sure to let me know down in the comments. Without further ado, let's go ahead and hop right into it. First up, we have the Nightshade Sproutling. Now, not any Nightshade Sproutling in particular, but you do need the SS breed. Yes, all of the breed, each and every breed hits really, really hard with Call Darkness, with the whole weather buff and whatnot. But the SS breed is the only tier 1 out of all of them. Your basic build is going to be Lash, Call Darkness, Blinding Poison. That's your standard bread and butter right there. However, it's such a damn good pet that you could even run Poison Lash, Nature's Ward, and Fist of the Forest and still do very well. Just not as good as if you had this moveset right here. I actually, as a little gimmick, did run with these abilities one time, and it won me my games. It absolutely carried me. Now, as far as getting Nightshade, it is a pickle to get, a pretty expensive pickle too as well if you get on the auction house. So the way it goes is it is herbalism in Warlords of Draenor. So you have a chance to get a mob to spawn after picking the herb, and then that mob has a chance to drop the Nightshade Sproutling. Very low chance, and then on top of that you have a very, very low chance of getting the correct breed, being the SS, like I said. So best bet is to just scour through your auction house every so often until you find the correct breed, because all the other breeds, yes, they could do well in a sense, but like I said, this is the breed to get right here. You might end up spending quite a bit of gold, but I promise you it is well worth it. Nightshade Sproutling, I believe, is probably the best darkness pet in the game currently. It's just really, really damn good. It's got that wonderful elemental racial, so it does not ever have to worry about missing under darkness, as well as Sandstorm. It does not have to worry about having its Nature's Ward heal cut in half, so you totally could run this instead of Darkness and still have it on a Darkness team with other pets that have called Darkness and still do very damn well, because you can throw Nature's Ward, swap out, come back in, and your Nightshade Sproutling will be healed. And I had to worry about that 50% reduction in healing thanks to Call Darkness. Overall, just a really, really, really fantastic pet. Really love it. Super strong. I mean, I got it in 19 teams, so that ought to really show something there. So yeah, let's go ahead and hop into the next one, Nightshade Sproutling. Now, once again, all of the breeds can do well in a sense because of, Sandstorm hitting really damn hard. But just like the Nightshade Sproutling, you want the SS breed. I say it all the time. Speed is definitely the best and most important stat in the game. As far as getting Nightshade Sproutling, it is a little bit easier than the Nightshade Sproutling. It is wild caught over in Silithus, over near the little raid entrance over there. Now, it is kind of time gated, and I say that because you can only get it in the summertime, which is the current season we're in now. So, if you don't have it already, I would highly recommend you go over there to Silithus and grab you one up now, because when summer's over, it will be gone for many, many months. But yeah, just like the Nightshade, it's got a crap ton of breeds available to it. Highly recommend getting the SS breed. I guess the HH and Power would be pretty good too, but nothing tops the SS breed. That's for damn sure right there. So your bread and butter build you're going to want to go with is Crush, Sandstorm, Blackout, Kick. Obviously, these other three buildies really suck, so I really recommend just staying away from those. Yeah, Crush, Sandstorm, Blackout, Kick. It will do very good damage against those pesky dragons, as I anticipate we'll see quite a bit in, Dragonflight. Not that we already don't see enough of, Clutch Sister and Twilight Whelpling and whatnot now, but come next expansion, I am foreseeing quite a bit of Dragonkins being used, so yeah, very damn good pet there. Obviously hitting really damn hard with Sandstorm, and then, a stun on a fast pet like Kiarji Garling, really damn good. So yeah, pretty simple pet to get. Like I said, summertime only, so grab it while you can. Alright, next up we have the Moontouch Nettle, one of my favorite pets, and by far my favorite Dragonkin pet. Also one of my more used pets as well, being, yeah, like I said, the Moontouch Nettle. Now, I don't know if you could still acquire this pet, as it was from that little Blizzard's 30th edition months and months ago, where if you got, I think, the very base edition, Moontouch Nettle was one of the little rewards for it, but that's all you had to do to get it. Like I said, I don't know if you could still get it, probably not, but if you have it, highly recommend leveling it up whenever you're able to and having it ready, because oh my god, such a damn good pet. So first of all, quite a bit of attack power, very damn good. Decent speed. It's not the fastest thing in the world, but you'd be surprised of how many things you can outspeed, and even pets that are faster than you just absolutely demolish. Now, the build that I usually always run is Needleclaw, Void Slap, and Ashes of Outland. I don't really recommend Nether Blast because I tend to swap out quite a bit when I'm using Moontouch Nettle. Phase Shift isn't half bad, but like I said, he's not the fastest pet in the world. And Void Slap's just a damn good AoE. Nethergate, again, not that fast, so might not be able to take as much advantage over it. But Ashes of Outland, why would you ever want to give up that ability? It's just a fantastic, does a lot of damage up front ability, as well as blinding the pets, which blinds are super damn good, because if, say, you have a stun and blind team, you could stun them with something like Clobber. They'll have the resilience debuff, and then you could still throw Ashes of Outland on them, and it will blind them, because even with resilience up, blinds can still, for whatever reason, still be applied to the pet. So very damn strong right there in that regard. But yeah, really love this pet. I've got it on TM29 team, so I really have to say something there. Needleclaw, Void Slap again, nice AoE, and then Ashes of Outland, and that juicy Dragon Racial. Also, I feel like now, it's not 100% sure, but with, Dragonflight coming up, who knows, maybe they might even buff up the Dragonkin Racial a little bit. Highly doubt it, but, Dragonflight, Dragon Racial, makes sense, right? I think so, but we'll just see. Now, next up we have Mawcrawler. Now, this is a pet that I haven't played with a whole lot recently. However, I do play with it every now and again. I really like this pet. Really damn fantastic. Once again, the breed you're going to want is SS, but thankfully there's only 2 breeds available to it, and it is pretty cheap on the auction house as far as I remember. I can't actually remember. I think I might have spent maybe 1,000 gold or something like that, so not very expensive. He is a little dropped in Torghast, not too sure if it's like a chest or something like that. But yeah, your build that you definitely want to go with is Deep Claw, Tornado Punch, and Death Grip. Death Grip on the very fast pet is really damn good. He's able to outspeed a whole bunch of different fast pets, such as, Bronze Whelpling, Fiendish Imp, I was about to say Orator, but he's actually the same speed as Orator. Just various different fast pets like that. Wicked Soul as another example. Really damn good stuff there. Tornado Punch for those pesky Dragonkins, like I said. And then Deep Claw is a really good basic attack there. So, yeah, and then, on top of that, having the Undead ratio, which is always nice. But overall, really damn good pets, and ought to do well in the next meta. Next up, we have the Sneaky Marmot. Now, just like the Maw-Crawler, not a pet that I use a whole lot nowadays, but is really fantastic. I'll bust him out every now and again. There actually is a viewer of mine who's actually named Sneaky Marmot, and he's got the little Sneaky Marmot icon, and he's always asking for me to use it. Been meaning to use it for some time now, so hopefully I'll be able to do that at some point. But anyway, Sneaky Marmot, once again, you're going to want the SS breed. It is from pickpocketing over in Legion, if you rather just pickpocket it. However, I don't think it's too expensive on the auction house, so you definitely could just buy it from there. Moveset can vary depending on what you want to roll with. Now, I highly recommend just sticking with Blinding Powder. I don't recommend going with Prowl at all, as Blinding Powder is a super short 3-round cooldown, and like I said, blinds mixed with stuns is just really damn OP. Like, for example, Tornado Punch on Maw-Crawler. You stun them, go into Sneaky Marmot, they got the resilience on them, and then you can still throw the damn Blinding Powder on them. So, really damn good stuff right there. You can run Chomp or Jab, whichever you prefer. If you want to do extra damage, undeads. Or Jab for those pesky Dragonkins that, you see time to time. And probably will see a hell of a lot more in the next expansion. So, good stuff there. I always usually run Burrow, but Smoke Bomb is definitely a fantastic option too for, like, Twilight Clutch Sister or Twilight Whelpling with their little Twilight Meteorite. It will block the entire damn AoE, as well as, stuff like Anomalous or, Void Slap on the Moontouch Nettle Whelp, stuff like that. So, still a very good ability, but Burrow is probably the better option 9 times out of 10. But, yeah, overall, really, really fantastic pet. He's a critter, so he can't be stunned himself. However, you can blind critters. Blinds do work on critters, so just keep that in mind. They can't be stunned, though, so traps aren't very good against them. Obviously, you can't stun them with something like Clobber, and something like Tornado Punch can't stun them, but you can blind them, so keep that in mind. Let's move on to the next pet, and this is an obvious one that would be on the list, being Anomalous. Now, he may or may not get hit with a nerf of some sort in the balance changes. I'm not too sure. They might lower his attack power or something like that. I really don't know. Or there's a chance that they just might not touch him at all. Regardless, I think Anomalous is still going to be a fantastic pet, whether or not he gets nerfed or anything like that. Very easy and dirt cheap pet on the auction house. He's from Visions. I've actually got 2 of them. One of them was from a Vision. And I think he's like 100 gold or something like that. Something very cheap on the auction house. So very, very, very cheap. He's one of the few magic types that's actually able to take advantage of his ratio very good because of his very low, about 1,000 health. Fantastic attack power, pretty quick speed there. Now the build that I usually always go with is Corrosion, Toxic Fumes, Poison Protocol. But again, he is kind of a jack of all trades where you could basically run whatever you want and you're bound to do very well with him. I mean, you can run with Ooze Touch, Void Nova, which is a very good AoE, and Contagion Strike if you want to. Actually, no. Scratch that. If you're going to run Contagion Strike, you're going to want to run Toxic Fumes. That way you get the double hit from there. But other than that, you can mix them up as you want. Corrosion, Toxic Fumes, Poison Protocol is just the main build that you'll usually see players use. Damn near 40 teams with him, so that ought to really say something there. Just a really, really damn good, fantastic pet with Toxic Fumes. He also pairs very well with a bunch of poison, kind of pets, like the Foul Wing Buzzer or Infernal Pyreclaw. They pair very well with him. And he has a very damn good poison. He has a damn good AoE in the form of Poison Protocol. Poison Protocol is able to destroy bubbles, decoys, barriers within the same turn, as it technically hits every pet twice. I say that because it will do a bit of upfront damage first and then apply a dot, so decoys get absolutely destroyed. Same with bubbles and, barrier type abilities. But yeah, overall, just one of the best damn pets in the meta, and I foresee that it will do just as well in the next one. So, moving on to Jingles here. Another pet that I really, really like and enjoy using quite a bit. Now, this beautiful purple raptor is from the Feast of Winter Veil event. So basically, during Christmas time, all you have to do is go to a capital city, to the little Christmas tree, open up presents until you get your Jingles, and that's as simple as that. So really, it only takes but one character to get him, and then he's yours. And then you get to go and level him up. He's already an SS breed, so fantastic there. Super, super fast. And despite his low 256 power, he actually hits really damn hard. Especially paired up with Anomalous, because under Toxic Fumes, for some reason, Huge Fang maxes out its damage on the first hit, which is just absolutely insane. Don't know why it works like that, but it does. Blizzard may or may not do something about that within the balance changes. I kind of hope they don't, though. But yeah, it works like that for whatever reason. Now, the main build that I go with is this right here, Huge Fang, Booby Trap, Presence, which is a minefield, and then Gifted of Winter's Veil. So he's able to really, really pop off with that damage. Pounce isn't half bad, as he's very fast. Feathered Frenzy, I just really don't recommend. I mean, yes, it does do quite a bit of damage, and, increases your damage by 50% for a turn, as well as turn you into a flyer, but it's just, yeah, I don't think it's worth it. He doesn't have that much health to really, stick in there and utilize it all that well. Booby Trap Presence is just way better. And then Feed isn't half bad either, but thanks to, low attack power, I don't think it's as worth as taking with Get to the Winter's Veil. Especially with your Beast Racial, Get to the Winter's Veil will do I think almost 700 damage to non-flyers and non-mechanicals. Something really good like that. So yeah, very, very damn good pet. Most people will have this, but if you don't, all you have to do is just wait until Get to the Winter's Veil rolls back around. But overall, very damn good pet, and I foresee it just doing very well in Dragonflight. Next up, we have Twilight, which I would say would probably be the second best darkness pet in the game, in my opinion, of course. It is the only shop pet on the list here. It's actually one of the best, if not potentially the best pet that you can buy off the shop. So it is $10 currently, but if you wait until, Christmas time or whatnot, it is $5. Actually, I think right now, with it, almost being Dragonflight, it could be half off, unless if that offer is already gone. But in Christmas time, they always have to price there because, of it being Christmas and whatnot. So I would just say wait until that time if you just want to spend $5. But if not, it will cost you $10 towards Blizzard. Only one breed available to it, of course. Now, the main build is definitely going to be this right here. I do not recommend these abilities at all. The only one that I guess you could somewhat consider is Pounce, because he's decently fast, but Twilight Fire is just infinitely better. Way better, especially since it's able to counter its own counter, being mechanicals. So yeah, Twilight Fire, called Darkness, of course. And then with your Beast Racial, you'll be hitting even extra hard with your abilities. And then Surge of Light, fantastic ability, and has a 100% chance to stun the target if the weather is darkness. Keep in mind that says if the weather is darkness, meaning it can stun elementals. Whereas something like, Nocturnal Strike only has a 40% chance to hit them because they are an elemental, but not Surge of Light. As long as it's darkness and the ability lands, it will stun any pet except critters, because they can't be stunned. My Twilight likes to miss all the time, so it doesn't happen all that often for me. But regardless, damn good, fantastic pet. Highly recommend picking it up if you are interested, as it will do very well in the next meta, as it currently does very well. Now, next up we have the Mechanical Pandaren Dragonling, one of the OG pets, as it is from Mr. Pandaria. It is from Engineering in Mr. Pandaria, requiring quite a bit of reagents. However, you can purchase it off the auction house. It sells for a decent amount of gold, but I don't think it's anything too expensive. One breed available to it, it's SS breed, but it's just a fantastic breed overall. The build that you definitely want to go with is Breath, Thunderbolt Decoy. I highly recommend staying far away from Explode and Flyby and Bombing Run. I have seen some run Bombing Run, but why would you ever take that garbage ability over Thunderbolt? It's just a damn good ability, and they actually buffed this ability at some point, I think last expansion, because they gave it a 4-round cooldown instead of 5, and then increased the damage slightly, so that was a very good buff towards the Mechanical Pandaren Dragonling. Not to mention Decoy, fantastic ability, and Breath right there to counter, magic types such as Anomalous, but you got to be careful because Anomalous can counter the MPD as well, so just keep that in mind. But overall, just a really fantastic pet. It's been damn good ever since the first expansion that Pet Battles was introduced. It's damn good now, and I fully expect that it will be very, very fantastic in the next meta. So, Mechanical Pandaren Dragonling, highly recommend picking it up if you, for whatever reason, don't have it. Now, the very last pets. Don't mind these pets. These are just random little slots here. That way I could have this here. But lastly, we have the Foul-Winged Buzzer. Now, this pet can cost a pretty penny on the auction house. I think I spent something like 50 or 60k. However, if you want to try your chances, it is a drop in Maldraxxus from Revenamus. I'm guessing that might be a little, wasp type looking NPC. I'm not too sure what the NPC looks like, but it is a drop there. If I had to guess, it's relatively low, but once again, the breed you're going to want is the SS breed, so it might be just worth purchasing it off the auction house. Now, the Foul-Winged Buzzer, damn good pet. Pairs very, very well with Anomalous because with Toxic Fumes up, Great Sting will last next turn. So they are a dynamic duo right there. And then Wing Buffet on a super fast pet is just really damn good. One of my best, actually I think my absolute best Toxic Fumes / Poison team has Anomalous, Foul-Winged Buzzer, and Jingles on it with a pretty impressive win record. So that is a damn good team right there. So yeah, Great Sting, Wing Buffet. I don't highly recommend these right here. You can take Bite if you'd like, but I like Barb Stinger because it does almost as much damage as Bite, and it has that 20% chance to poison the target. And under Toxic Fumes, that dot will actually last next turn. So that's pretty damn good right there. But yeah, overall, Foul-Winged Buzzer, pretty damn good pet. Highly recommend getting it if you can. Like I said, it probably will cost quite a bit of gold. But other than that, a very good pet. So yeah, I think that wraps up my list right there. Top 10 pets that I highly recommend that you bring into Dragonflight with you. Now, there are plenty of other pets that are really damn good. Something like the Violent Poultrid that I've been trying out recently, and various other pets. But these are just my top 10 that I highly, highly recommend you take with you if you're able to, as they will serve you well inevitably in Dragonflight. But yeah, I think that will do it for this one. Thank you all so much for watching as always. If you have, any pets that you highly recommend bringing into Dragonflight, feel free to let me know down below because I am open to other suggestions as well. So yeah, with that being said, thank you all so much for watching, and until next time, have a nice day.